Good morning, y'all. La 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 la. It is Thursday, my last day of work for the week, and I am happy about that. Yeah. And it's also payday tomorrow. And in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, my Maverick comes, and I'm super pumped. I can't wait for sweet B-roll, yeah. I tried watching a bunch of videos on the Maverick last night, last night, but I'd had a couple beers already and was tired and passed out on the couch. But I was reading a little bit of specs on it last night. Yeah, and it shoots in 1080 at 96 frames a second for cool slow-mo shit, which I like that. I also hope that it can do 1080 at 60 frames a second, because that's what I do all my vlogs in. And it just seems that we haven't advanced in a technological state yet to where we could have multiple film speeds in one video, which is dumbfounded, or which I am dumbfounded by, is what I meant to say. But whatever, it is what it is. Of course, it also does sweet, beautiful 4K, but I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know if I mean, because I can't do anything else in 4K, and this camera doesn't do 4K. Eventually, I would like to get a camera that can do 4K. I mean, my phone can do 4K, but from what I've read, phones record in very variable film speeds or something like that, and I just kept having issues with my audio getting out of sync, and it was a royal pain in the ass. I would be vlogging with my phone every day if that didn't happen, because I am so sick of carrying around this big-ass camera. And yeah, that's how my kit lens got broke, because I'm using this thing so much. Well, I don't know, I guess it really had nothing to do with it. That was just me being a dumbass. Anywho, yeah, don't really know where I was going with any of that, but I'll tell you though, every time I find a set of props that I fall in love with, I crash and break them. Yeah, I ate it pretty damn hard. And I was in the air for less than a minute, and I came in through on an area that I've come through 100 times, no problem. But this time I just came in a little low. And I don't really know what happened, but I came in too low and just ate shit. Full speed into the concrete. Thankfully, I was at a very level plane, so I more or less just scuffed into the concrete, but going real fast, and it just immediate. I mean, I tumbled so fast and furious that it flung my battery off, but I'll give mad props to that GoPro mount, Christopher. That thing held on, tried and true, and protected my Runcam 3 pretty well. I did see some scratches on the lens, but that's literally a sticker. You just peel that bitch off and slap another one on, and I've got 3 more. So I'm hoping I can get those sent to America, because I can't get the Runcam 3 sent to America. But yeah, we'll see. And yeah. Oh yeah, there was some people there. There was a group of people, and they were ultra excited. I've heard that drones get a lot of hate, but I'll tell you what, I've had nothing but people just super like, wow, that's cool, and oh my God, you're flying with that through the goggles, you can see what it's doing, oh my God, that's amazing. And yeah, and one of the guys there had been watching DRL on ESPN, and still somehow didn't know that they fly through the goggles. It's like, well, how do you think they fly through those warehouses and crap? Half the time they're not even in sight of them. They're like behind walls and crap. But I don't know. I guess, you know, people just. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I mean, and they were older too, you know, so they're fascinated by a drone. Period, whether or not it, you know, you're flying FPV or not. But anywho, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I was trying to come through there a little more hotter than I usually do, but you know, to kind of show off a little bit, and it bit me in the ass. And thankfully, I found everything though. My battery got ejected, and I thought for sure it was gone forever, but I found it. I tell you, man, good and bad, my luck. And yeah, so then I quick busted out the tiny whoop and flew it around in the pavilion by them, and I'll tell you what, man, that tiny whoop gets more oohs and ahs than any other quad. Jesse Perkins, if you ever see this, man, I think you've done more for this hobby that we all love than, I don't know, maybe than you'll ever know, or maybe you do know. Maybe you do know how. I mean, it's funny, man. That 5-inch quad that can rip balls and carry an HD camera and stuff like that. They just, But I bust out that tiny whoop and they're like, oh wow, that's so cool! Oh my goodness! I don't know. Maybe it's because it's more personable. That's my theory. Is that it's you can get right up on people and just sit there and hover in front of them like an insect. You know, I don't know, but I love it, man. Thank you, Jesse Perkins, for starting the tiny whip craze, because I a lot of times have more fun with that thing than I do with my 5-inch. I think it's mainly because I can do it anywhere. And I don't have to worry about it. I can crash it, well, especially with the new Inductrix Pro frame and that build, man, just full speed into things several times and nothing. And yeah, and I lost my train of thought. But yeah, a lot of times I have more fun with that thing than I do my 5-inch. It doesn't necessarily get the adrenaline going like the 5-inch does, because holy hell, as you can see, I'm jacked to the gills right now, and I was only in the air for less than 60 seconds and crashed my shit. Oh, I remember the whole point of where all this was going. Yeah. Anywho, tiny whoop's awesome. People love it. I love it. Thank you, Jesse Perkins. Every time I get a new set of props, because I always get my I've only bought. Is that a word? I've only bought, shit, man, maybe like 3 sets of props in 6 months. People always just give me them, you know, like, yeah. Thanks for that, people. But anywho, yeah, those Lumineer biblades. God, I can never say that. Biblades, biprops. Was loving them. I never in a million years thought I'd fall in love with a set of biprops, but holy crap. Those things, they fly better than almost any tri-blade I've had. I don't know if I like them more than the Delprop quad blades, but I still love them. And they're gone. I fucking smoked the shit out of them. But that's okay, I'm gonna get more. Plenty more. I'm gonna look into see what buying in bulk can do. You know, like, man, if you get like, I don't know, I mean, depending on what they consider bulk, you know, obviously I don't want to buy 1,000 pairs, but maybe I do, but I don't want to spend $1,000 on props. You know, maybe like $100. $100 and you get like 200 sets or something like that. That'd be sweet. But yeah, I gotta look into it. But anywho, I'm done rambling. I'm about to get to work. I'm 3 minutes late because I sat too long chatting with those folks about drones. And yeah, I blast this day out, get the hell out, and hopefully have a fun weekend. And we'll see you later. Hi, y'all. Gotta keep this short and sweet. My battery's about to die. It's been a long day. It's 7:45. I'm just getting home from work. Had to drive all the way down to Bayview to do a special. I brought my camera along to vlog while I was doing that, but I just didn't. And yeah, you already know about my crash this morning and the fact that I'm out of props. I am gonna be stopping at my buddy Chris's house. He's gonna be kind and give me some props. And I'm gonna talk to him about maybe finding some props that we can agree on and going in a bulk order together. He really likes racecraft, and I don't blame him because they're my favorite too, but I can't run them on my damn quad, so I'm hoping he has an alternative. And hopefully it's the Lumineer biprops or the Dell quad props, because damn, I love those props. But yeah, before the battery dies on me, I'll see you guys later. Well, that was quick.